there, my name is Toenjes, and this is our barred owl here at Dodge Nature Center. He is a raptor, which means he's a special kind of bird that actually has to catch his own food, and he eats meat. So he might catch stuff like mice or squirrels, maybe even some small rabbits. So he actually has to catch his own food. He actually has a couple of really cool adaptations as an owl so that he can find his food. During the daytime though, he doesn't do a whole lot of hunting, so he's actually going to be sleeping a lot during the day. He got his name Barred Owl because of the stripes kind of on his belly. And so a lot of the time he just uses his camouflage to blend in during the daytime and sits up against a tree and sleeps most of the day. Then come nighttime, he has kind of brownish dark eyes, so most of the time he's probably going to be hunting in the early morning and the early evening when it's just kind of a little bit dark, but it's not full on nighttime. So what he does is actually called crepuscular, so that's why he's up at those times of the day and not during the nighttime. Otherwise he would be nocturnal like other owls. So he's got those kind of cool dark brown eyes. When he's hunting, he can use those eyes to find his food in the dark. And he's also got his ears that can help him find food too. You can't really see his ears, but underneath all those feathers, he actually has one ear that's down low, one ear that's up high that he can use to help kind of listen and find out where his food is. He's also got all these feathers around his face that make kind of a disc. That's called their facial disc, and a lot of owls will have that because it helps funnel sound in towards where their ears are, so they can figure out just where that food is. Then when he's flying, he'll spread his wings, and with his big fluffy feathers, they're so fluffy they actually help make his flight really, really quiet. So it's almost like he has silent flight. When he's flying over his food, he'll be super, super quiet. And then he can use these talons on his feet, those claws, and he'll catch his food with his feet, carry it off up into a tree, and then he can use his hooked beak that's on his face to pull his food apart. So he'll hold the food down in his talons, and then he'll use his beak to pull little chunks off so that he can swallow down smaller pieces. Or if it's something small enough, like a mouse, he might be able to eat it whole. So he'll grab it by the head and then gulp, 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 throw it back, the whole thing. And when it gets really close to his face, he's got special little feathers right around his beak because his eyes are made for seeing really far distances away. If he can't see the stuff that's really close to his face, he could get hurt if it's still alive. So he's got those little teeny whisker-like feathers around his beak that help him feel what's going on in front of his face even when he can't see what's going on anymore. You want to show them your feathers? He's got very big wings. You want to open your wings? No, you're just fine getting your balance that way, huh? He's got such fluffy feathers to help him with his silent flight. He doesn't really feel like showing off his feathers right now. So he got his balance mostly just by tipping his tail around. He's also got kind of a cool grip on my hand. Most raptors will have their 3 toes in front, 1 toe in the back. What he's got going on is since he's an owl, he can actually rotate back one of those toes. So he's got 2 in front and 2 in back to give him a little bit different grip on my hand. Or if he was on a swaying tree branch in the wind while he's trying to get a nap or while he's trying to find food, he can grab onto the branch with 2 toes in front, 2 toes in back. And then he's also really good at focusing on something. So if he focuses on one point and he starts staring at it, he actually has really strong tendons in his neck, more tendons than we have. And he can actually, you can do it a little bit if he focuses on one thing. You can kind of see how his head stays in one place while his body can still move on the swaying tree branch. And his face, his eyes will focus exactly where he's looking, so he can keep focused on his prey while he's hunting. It's kind of cool.